Hello, welcome to today's class act 10 minutes that can change your life with Louise Mark. I hope you're having already a wonderful day. Today's conversation piece with you to encourage you, of course, this is to encourage you, to enlighten you, just to bring something to your attention. Today, my word is honoring your word. I try not to say it too many times, okay? But it is our topic of discussion. Your words and promises and actions are inseparable and are especially important and powerful. Do you value your word? I want you to pause and think about it. Do you want others to value your words? How you respond to this says a lot about you. When you say you're going to do something, you are expected to honor what you said you would do. You don't want to develop a reputation by not following through on your word or your commitment or your promises and letting people down. You don't want to be spoken of in a conversation and your name comes up and it's said, oh, that person does not keep their word. You don't want someone to say, who is it that said that to you? And they like, don't hold your breath because, you may stop breathing if you hold your breath because that person, you already have a reputation out there that you would not honor your word. Let me tell you, it is so important for you to do that. It is true, not keeping your word will help people not trust you. It will send a message that you're not to be trusted with what you say. Your word will precede you. It will. So you have to be careful. It's almost like you're called a wolf. You know the young boy that called wolf in the wolf story? And he hollered wolf so many times until when he did finally say, wolf, 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 and no one came running because he wasn't believed. And truly, the wolf did come. And you know the end of that story, that story you heard growing up when the boy called wolf. So you don't want to be a person that put out a statement and don't honor what you have said. I remember while preparing for this, I had a thought of this individual, and I actually haven't thought of this person in over 40 plus years. It was in my teens when this individual actually died. He did leave us. He passed on. And all these years, I have never actually thought or dwelled on this person. Do you know he came to me when I was preparing this because he was a person that did not keep his word? It was like a joke in our neighborhood when this person's name was mentioned and people would laugh. He was literally a joke because what he said was not going to be honored. People remember that he was a person that did not keep to what he stated. Even if he made a promise or he said something, listen, it was a joke. And you know what? You do not want to be remembered 40 years plus later, or for your reputation to have preceded you that you was a person that did not follow through with a promise or pledge or commitment you made. So it's so important, even in any arena, any area of your life, if you're going to make a pledge, keep it. If you're not going to keep your word, don't give it, because your reputation precedes you and you want your reputation to go forth and people want to hear what you have to say and not turn away from what it is you have to say, but to hear you and to know that your word is your bond. Like I would often tell people, my word is my bond. And it's so important to me to keep my word because it's important. So even if I made a pledge in private and no one else was around me to hear it, guess what? God heard it. And you know what? I would not rest in my spirit until I follow through with what I committed to do. And some people who know me know I would share some things with them. And I said, no, I already put that aside and I already deemed that for that person. And I had to follow through with it because I felt like I had to do that. It was a word to myself that I had to keep. And how many of you have not kept words that you made to yourself? So you have to make and keep your words to yourself as well. It's so important. I'm careful about it, so you should be careful about it. If you're going to give your word or pledge or a statement that you are going to follow through with something, do that. Don't tell somebody you're going to call them and you don't call them, or you're going to follow through on something you said you was going to follow through on, and guess what? You didn't, and they're waiting, and you didn't follow through. Think about it before you put your name out there, because your name represents you. Okay, there is a passage, what's in me comes out, right? That says a good name is to be desired. This goes hand in hand. Your word is to be desired above your name, but your name, of course, is above your word. It goes hand in hand. You're representing yourself with what you say. So stay true to what you said you would do. Yes, I'm shuffling to make sure I stay on target with you. Be careful when you make a promise. Be careful to follow through with it. This is my opinion. Simply, if you're not going to honor a word or your commitment, then don't give it. I may have said that already. I just want you to be true to what you're saying. Don't tell people an untruth. I'm just going to say it that way. You know the other opposite word that could be used. Just be true to you. Be true to other people. Don't misrepresent you and what you're doing. Okay? Don't tell a story. You don't have to boost yourself up, or, some people get together and they say, yeah, they tell stories amongst one another and they're boosting themselves up. Just don't put yourself out there, and if you're not going to follow through with what it is that you're putting yourself out there for. I want to encourage you in that area. Please be true to your words that you decree. What you release, just be true to it. Keep your word and commitment. And it says a lot about you, and I think I just touched on that already. I just want to encourage you that keep what you say true. People are listening to you, and if you want people to take you at your spoken word, things that you release that you said you were going to do, follow through with it, because it says a lot about you. And if you are important to you, and you need to keep what you say to yourself too, so you can honor your own commitments. Because if you're not even honoring your own commitments to you, how really are you going to honor your commitments that you have made to someone else? I hope I have encouraged you, just share a little tidbit to enlighten you in some kind of way. I just wanted to just share that word with you for today. Listen, honoring your word is very important. It represents who you are, and it says a lot about you. Take time out before you make that pledge. If you're not going to honor it, then don't give it. Listen, reach out to me if you like what I'm sharing. Inbox me, direct message me. I think that's the same thing, right? Reach out. I will do my best at my earliest convenience to respond. Look me up on Facebook, my YouTube channel, The Royal Class, Louise Mark, and also check me out on my webpage to see what I have coming up. LouiseMark.com. That is LouiseMarc.com. Check me out. All right. Listen, thank you for joining me. See you in the class act. Bye-bye.